Right. Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we really dig into some fascinating sources, to sort of pull out the key lessons.
Mm-hmm. Get right into it.
And today, well, we're looking at something pretty universal, I think.
Yeah, it really touches most people, I'd say.
It's all about those external pressures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the sort of unseen weight we all carry, responsibility.
That burden, yeah.
Yeah.
And how to maybe possibly let some of it go.
Exactly. The profound art of letting go, how to actually do that. We're hoping to navigate these ideas, give you maybe a fresh perspective on finding a bit more ease.
A shortcut, perhaps?
Maybe. So where are we getting this from? Well, it's all from one place today, Tarot by High C.
Okay.
And look, whether you're, deep into tarot and astrology or just kind of curious.
Yeah, it doesn't matter your background on this stuff.
Right. We're using a few specific things from them. Their astrology of the day for August 2nd, 2025.
Very specific date.
Yep. And a particular TarotScope reading for that same day, focusing on the 7 of fire reversed.
Got it. Reversed. Important detail.
And then there's this great story, sort of an allegory, called The Fall of the Juggler King.
Oh, that sounds intriguing.
Yeah, it really ties things together beautifully. And just so you know, if you do want to check out more from High C, maybe get a one-on-one reading, the website is tarot-by-ihic.net. That's HHIC.
Good to know.
So our goal really is to pull out the core insights here. How do we spot these burdens we put on ourselves, the self-imposed stuff?
Mm-hmm. And then what? How to manage them. Set boundaries.
Yeah, setting healthy boundaries, understanding that releasing control, it can actually be liberating.
The power in letting go.
Exactly. Hopefully you'll walk away well-informed, maybe see your own juggle a bit differently.
That's the hope.
So here's the question to chew on, I guess. What if that weight you're carrying, the thing you think holds your whole world together, what if that's actually what's holding you back?
Ooh, okay. That's a powerful frame.
Let's dig in.
Let's do it.
All right, so kicking off with the astrology for August 2nd, 2025, from the source, it paints this picture of, well, tension.
Yeah, tension seems like the right word. Between passion and wisdom.
Right, which are supposed to help us move forward constructively, but then there are these other, conflicting cravings pulling us in different directions.
So what we feel drawn to might not be the most rational thing.
Exactly, and it warns that pushing really hard for, the most efficient path, that could actually backfire.
That's fascinating in itself, isn't it? How the day's energy kind of mirrors the problem we're talking about, the danger of pushing too hard, trying to control too much.
Totally. And this warning about, even trying to help someone, offering your perspective, it could be taken as criticism, even if you mean well.
Which points right back to that pressure, doesn't it? Maybe our help isn't always helpful if it comes from a place of needing to manage things.
Right. And it extends to how people might be feeling generally that day. Emotionally intense, maybe brooding, suspicious even.
Wow. So tread carefully.
Definitely. Caution advised when offering your views or telling people what to do.
It really makes you think about how often our attempts to fix things are more about our own need for control rather than, pure empathy. Suggests maybe doing less is more sometimes.
Precisely. But it wasn't all negative. There was a positive side, a call for emotional courage.
Okay, so acting on what you truly feel.
Yeah. Acting on heartfelt desires, defending what matters to you, that's supported. And if you can find the patience to sort through complex feelings, that should lead to satisfying results. Eventually.
What is patience, though?
Right. And for the evening, the advice was clear. Reflection. Not the time to launch big new projects.
Makes sense. Let the dust settle from all that intensity.
Yeah. So the astrology gives us this backdrop of intensity, the risk of overdoing it, which makes you wonder, okay, what's the antidote then when everything feels so loaded?
And that leads us perfectly to the TarotScope message for the day. 7 to fire, but reversed.
The reverse part is key.
It really is. Often means something's blocked internally, or maybe we're overdoing the card's energy. And the message here, it's blunt.
What is it?
Let go. It's not all ours to carry. Simple as that.
Wow. Okay. No messing around there. Let go.
Right. A release from those external pressures.
Yeah.
But also maybe the internal ones too.
Yeah. The self-imposed expectations, the people-pleasing, that feeling you have to keep everything together all the time.
It suggests we've likely been juggling way too much. Too many hats,
Yeah.
pushing past our limits.
And it asks those really direct, maybe uncomfortable questions.
Right.
Like, are we addicted to being needed?
Oof. Yeah, that one hits home for a lot of people. And are we burning out because we're afraid of what might happen if you simply said no?
Just no, that simple word.
Which leads to the core directive from the card.
Which is stop performing.
Not performing, wow.
Yeah, become aware of how fake some of these obligations feel, how much energy goes into just maintaining appearances.
Holding up that, what did he call it? The fragile tower of perfectionism. Exactly. Or trying to keep the peace, but it's costing us our own sanity.
We've all been there, right?
Absolutely. And the advice that follows is just as bold.
Go on.
Say no, even if just once. Watch what happens when we let the world spin without our constant input. It will survive.
It will survive. That's actually quite comforting in a way. Scary, maybe, but comforting.
It is. And that phrase, stop performing, it's so profound when you unpack it. What's really insightful isn't just let go, but this idea that our addiction to being needed, it isn't strength.
Right. It can be a kind of trap.
A subtly destructive coping mechanism, maybe. It forces you to think about the stories we tell ourselves or society tells us that tie our worth to constantly doing and caring.
Is this burden really helping others, or is it like propping up our own fear of being irrelevant?
Which raises that vital question.
Yeah.
What do we really fear will happen if we stop performing? Loss of control, disapproval, or do we genuinely believe the whole show will collapse without us?
It's a deep fear, that last one, which brings us perfectly to the story.
Ah, yes, the fall of the Juggler King.
Right, from Tarot by High C.
Right.
It makes this whole abstract fear incredibly vivid. You picture this king, the Juggler King, literally balancing flaming clubs of diplomacy, crystal orbs of peace, iron weights of war, golden spheres of love, everything.
Wow, heavy stuff.
And his people watch him, totally in awe, but also terrified. They're convinced the world depends on him never dropping anything.
The ultimate performance. But the irony, of course,
is that behind the scenes, he's exhausted, totally drained. The smile is fake. His soul just wants quiet, stillness.
and nobody sees it.
Not until Miko shows up, this mischievous, wise little monkey. And Miko sees the truth and asks these killer questions, like what would happen if you stopped catching them?
Ooh, direct.
And the king says, I can't drop them. Everyone is watching. But then Miko hits him with, and who watches you? Who holds you?
Ah, that's the one. Who holds the holder?
It changes everything. The story peaks with the king juggling not just the clubs and orbs anymore, but his own stuff. Expectations, fears, roles, identities, all of it.
He's juggling himself, essentially.
Yeah. And then something unexpected happens. A pin falls, pops an invisible balloon, and he falls.
Disaster. Chaos.
No, that's the twist. He falls not into disaster, but into sky.
Into sky. Wow.
Yeah. As he falls, the robes unravel, the crown dissolves. He lands softly on wildflowers. And he's not the Juggler King anymore. He's just Aaron.
Just a person. Wow.
And then he wanders unseen, unburdened, uncertain, sure, but he notices something.
What?
The world didn't crumble without his constant juggling. Others stepped in. Some things got dropped, yeah, but other things flew higher. Life just moved on.
So the fear wasn't real.
Right.
Or at least not as catastrophic as he thought.
Exactly. And he eventually finds peace, sitting under a tree with Miko, sipping tea. The story ends. He breathed. He was held.
Ah, lovely. And his final thought.
His new identity, really.
Yeah.
Once I juggled the sky to keep the world spinning, but now I let it turn on its own.
It gives me chills. And the moral you mentioned.
Yeah,
Yep.
sums it up perfectly. The weight you carry to protect others may be the very thing that keeps you from being seen. Lay it down. The world can juggle itself now.
It's such a powerful irony, isn't it? You think you're protecting everyone by holding it all, but you're actually hiding yourself.
Yeah.
Preventing real connection.
Obscuring yourself, yeah. It really challenges what we think strong or valuable even means. Does it mean carrying everything alone?
Or does it mean trusting others?
Yeah.
Trusting the world? Letting go actually allows others to step up. It builds a more resilient system, maybe, where the weight is shared.
Instead of crushing one person.
Right. So it really makes you reflect, personally, where am I playing the Juggler King in my own life?
What are my flaming clubs or crystal orbs? The expectations, the roles, the fears I feel like I have to keep in the air.
That's the question.
So bringing this whole deep dive together, the astrology warning about pushing too hard, the tarot card saying, let go, the king who finds freedom in falling. What does it mean for you listening right now?
It's an invitation, really, to actively reflect. Like you said, where are you the Juggler King?
Maybe, just maybe. What's one small no you could try? Even just once. See what happens.
A no to what? An obligation that feels fake, a habit of always saying yes, that relentless perfectionism.
Could be anything, just one small thing, let one orb drop, metaphorically.
Yeah.
So here's the final thought to leave you with. What if releasing your grip, even on just one of those things you're juggling, what if it doesn't create collapse?
Hmm.
What if instead it creates space for something entirely new, maybe unexpected, to emerge or to flourish, something that might actually hold you instead of demanding you hold it?
Food for thought, a different kind of
It's
possibility.
definitely something to mull over. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We really encourage you to explore these ideas, maybe see where they fit for you, and perhaps let the world spin just a little bit more on its own.